Beef Wellington is a classic dish that has been enjoyed for centuries. Its origins can be traced back to the early 19th century in England, where it was named after Arthur Wellesley, the first Duke of Wellington. The dish traditionally consists of a tender beef fillet coated in pâté and duxelles, then wrapped in puff pastry and baked until golden brown. The beef fillet of tenderloin is known for its tenderness and mild flavor. It is a lean cut of beef that is located along the spine of the animal. Tenderloin is often considered the best cut for Beef Wellington because it cooks evenly and remains tender throughout the cooking process. The pastry is an essential component of Beef Wellington, as it provides a crispy and flaky exterior to the dish. One of the most important techniques for making a flaky crust is to keep the ingredients cold. This helps to prevent the butter from melting too quickly and ensures that the pastry remains light and airy. Duxelles is a mixture of finely chopped mushrooms, shallots, garlic, and herbs that is cooked down until it becomes a paste-like consistency. It is an essential component of Beef Wellington as it adds depth of flavor and helps to keep the meat moist during cooking. To make duxelles, start by finely chopping mushrooms, shallots, and garlic. You can use any type of mushroom you prefer, but cremini or button mushrooms are commonly used. Heat some butter or oil in a pan and sauté the mushrooms, shallots, and garlic until they are soft and fragrant. Add herbs such as thyme or rosemary for additional flavor. Once cooked, transfer the mixture to a food processor and pulse until it becomes a paste. The duxelles can be spread directly onto the pastry before wrapping the beef, where it not only adds flavor to the dish, but it also helps to seal in the juices of the beef, resulting in a moist and tender Wellington. Wrapping the beef in pastry is a crucial step in making Beef Wellington. The pastry acts as a protective layer, keeping the meat moist and tender while it cooks. First, roll out the pastry into a large rectangle that is big enough to completely encase the beef. Place the beef on top of the pastry and spread a layer of duxelles or pâté on top. Carefully fold the pastry over the beef, making sure to seal all the edges tightly. Trim off any excess pastry and use a fork to crimp the edges for a decorative finish. Seasoning the beef is an important step in enhancing the flavor of your Beef Wellington. While some may prefer to keep it simple with just salt and pepper, there are many other seasonings that can be used to add depth and complexity to the dish. Some recommended seasonings for Beef Wellington include garlic powder, onion powder, dried herbs such as thyme or rosemary, and even a touch of mustard or Worcestershire sauce. These seasonings can be mixed together and rubbed onto the beef before wrapping it in pastry, or they can be added to the duxelles for an extra layer of flavor. Cooking your Beef Wellington to perfection requires careful timing and temperature control. A general guideline for cooking Beef Wellington is to preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius, and bake for about 20 to 25 minutes per pound of beef. This will result in a medium rare to medium finish. If you prefer your beef more well done, you can increase the cooking time accordingly. To check, insert a meat thermometer into the thickest part of the beef. For medium rare, the internal temperature should read around 130 degrees Fahrenheit, 54 degrees Celsius, while medium should be around 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 degrees Celsius. Keep in mind that the temperature will continue to rise slightly as the beef rests, so it is best to remove it from the oven when it is slightly below your desired finish. Resting your Beef Wellington after cooking is an important step that should not be overlooked. Resting allows the juices in the meat to redistribute, resulting in a more tender and flavorful dish. Let it rest for at least 10 to 15 minutes before slicing. This resting period allows the beef to relax and the flavors to develop. The resting time also allows the pastry to cool slightly, making it easier to slice and serve. For the full recipe, as well as presentation and pairings for a delicious meal, and tips and tricks for perfecting your Beef Wellington every time, read the article now at vuuse.com. View more from our lifestyle magazine at vuyus.com.